reading. Here we go. Cat Comics, Season 1, Episode 2. Here we go. Script reading. Alright, Scene 1, fade in. Interior appears in Mad Dog's house in his living room night. To be continued where we left off from Season 1, Episode 1. Action appears in Mad Dog's house in the living room. Action appears when we left off with everyone looking at Mad Dog and Rose. Mad Dog and Rose rushed in and yelled the good news. Nate says, "Wait, you just got off the phone with record producer Jimmy O'Mara?" Ben Grizzly says, We just got discovered by famous Timberwolf Records where legends are created. Ollie says, "Wait, we have a meeting tomorrow afternoon?" Mad Dog says, "That's right, me and Rose, we just got done talking with Jimmy." Rose says, "That's right, Jimmy loved the music you guys performed at the bar and wants to work with you all." Ben Grizzly, "You're kidding me. Our music was good enough for even the legendary Jimmy to cheer for?" "Yes, that's right." Rose says, Ollie says, "My word, do you know what this means?" Nate says, "Yeah, our dreams are coming true. We can finally share our music with the world." Nate says, "Yeah, our dreams are coming true. We can finally share our music with the world." Ollie says, "Exactly." Mad Dog says, "What do you guys say? Are you in it? This is our big chance. A new adventure is setting sail right before us now. I love our music. The gift we have is finally getting the attention it deserves. Are we ready?" Ben Grizzly, "You know it, bro. I've always believed in our music. I'm ready for this. The next chapter." Ollie, "I agree with all of you. I'm so with you." Nate says, "I'm down for this. Yes." Mad Dog says, "Then it's settled. We are in. Agreed tomorrow. We all head over to Wolf Records for a meeting with Jimmy." Rose, "Will it be okay if I tag along?" Michael says, "Sure, you don't have to ask. Of course you can come, Rose." Rose says, "Awesome, thanks." Mad Dog, "Okay, me and Ollie are soon as we get off of our police shifts, we'll pick you up, Rose, and head down there. Ben and Nate, we will meet you down there. Is that cool?" Ben Grizzly, "Yep, sounds like a plan." Nate says, "No worries, we'll be there. We wouldn't miss this for the world," Nate says. And then Mad Dog says, "Great." Ben Grizzly yawns loudly. Ben Grizzly says, "Well, it's getting pretty late, and we have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I think I'm going to head on home now. Good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow." Nate says, "You should. Yeah, I should be getting home too. I get PTSD whenever I drive home late at night, being in the military, fighting wars leaves a mark. Have a good night. Peace." Mad Dog says, "Bye, guys. Night." Ollie says, "Later, fellas." Rose says, "Bye-bye. Good night." Ben and Nate get up from the couch and exit the living room, and they make their way to the front of Mad Dog's house and exit through the front door. Ollie says, "Well, maybe I should be getting home too. Gotta get my super genius beauty rest. The big brain of mine needs at least 7 hours of sleep. Night, guys. You have a great night." Rose says, "Wait, Ollie, mind if you give me a ride home? Mad Dog picked me up today, so I don't have a car." Ollie says, "Sure." Mad Dog says, "I can give you a ride, Rose. It's really no biggie." Rose says, "Thanks, Mad Dog, but Ollie is already leaving, and my house is the same direction of his, so it's easier to hitch a ride with him. I don't want to make you leave if you don't have to. I hope that is okay." Ollie says, "Really, Mad Dog, it's no trouble. Her house is on the way to mine." Mad Dog says, "Well, okay. You two be safe now. There are a lot of jokes on the road at this time of night. See you tomorrow, guys." Mad Dog and Rose do their best friends, bro. Secret handshake. They made up pretty. They were babies and laughed and hugged. Rose gave Mad Dog a kiss, and then Ollie and Rose leave the room and head towards the front door and leave. Mad Dog then turns off the light that are in his house. This heads up to his bedroom to get ready for bed and then nods off to sleep. Fades. Scene 2. Exterior. It appears out on the streets in downtown Graysonville the next day. It appears the next day in the morning with Mad Dog and Ollie out on the streets of downtown Graysonville in their policeman uniforms because they are on duty patrolling the town. Mad Dog and Ollie are talking as they walk down the street when a criminal robber appears across the street, runs up behind a young woman, and her child steals her purse and makes a run for it as fast as he can down the street. The woman yells, looks around for everyone to help, and sees the cops, Ollie and Mad Dogs. Young woman says, "Hello, help, help, cops, the man just ran off with my purse." Ollie says, "Don't worry, ma'am, we got this. Mad Dog, come on, after him." Action, Mad Dog and Ollie hightailed after the criminal robber. Blur. Scene 3. Exterior appears with a chase scene montage continues. The chase scene montage. The music starts playing. The robber is running down the street with Ollie and Mad Dog close behind him. The robber makes a turn down a narrow, dark alley and runs faster, then jumps over a big fence in the alley, lands on the other side, and then runs out of the alley into a big grassy field. Mad Dog and Ollie both jump over the fence with ease, follows the robber into the field. The robber then comes to a creek at the other end of the field and stops and takes a few steps back, then jumps over the creek and lands on the other side and makes a run for it to a small trail that leads into the woods. Mad Dog and Ollie come to the creek and they don't jump over it, but they look over and see a bridge and cross the bridge to get to the other side. They continue to chase the robber into the woods. The robber has a huge distance between him and Ollie and Mad Dog, and he decides to hide in a log he sees off the trail and goes into the hunch down and watches the pathway for the cops to come down. Mad Dog runs past the log the robber is holding in. Once the robber sees the cop has gone a great distance, he comes and heads back to the direction of town, but he sees up ahead the other cop stops in his tracks and doesn't know what to do and quickly hides behind a tree before Ollie sees him. The robber then picks up a big rock and throws it in another direction by the cop over by the front of the trail. Ollie hears the rocks and decides to go over and investigate. As he's doing it, the robber sets his chance and makes a run for the road-like creek. All the way down is a residential area. Ollie turns around and sees the robber and shots runs after him down the street. Ollie whips out of his communicator and tells Mad Dog that the robber came back his way and is running off down the street, and he is getting going after him. Robber turns left and runs up a huge hill up into a neighborhood and keeps on running all the way past the houses to the top of the hill to get to a road by a cemetery. Ollie is way back but is hot on the robber trails. The robber makes a turn and enters the cemetery, makes a run for it past some graves. Mad Dog is hiding behind one of the graves and puts his foot out and trips the robber. And it jumps out, attacks him, and gave him a sucker punch and passes into the face, and the robber falls to the ground. Mad Dog busts some moves. The robber then quickly gets up off the ground and handcuffs him. Ollie then quickly rushes over and takes the robber along with Mad Dog. They head back into town and the robber in their custody. The chase scene ends, the music stops, the montage ends. Blur. Scene 3. Exterior appears back in downtown Graysonville. Continues. Oh no, that's scene 4. This is scene 4. It appears back with the younger woman and her child. They give her back her purse. Ollie says, "Here you go, ma'am, and your purse. Here's your purse." Mad Dog says, "This guy wouldn't be causing you any trouble anymore. Come on, apologize to the lady." Mad Dog shoves the robber. The criminal robber says, "All right, I'm sorry," or whatever. Ollie says, "Come on, let's go. You have a nice day, ma'am." Ollie takes the wallet away. Mad Dog stops, bends down to the woman's son, and gives him a big lollipop from his shirt pocket, then reaches into his pants pocket, takes out a badge, and pins on his shirt. Mad Dog says, "Hey, here you go, champ. Can you give me your word you will do right by that badge? From here on out, I have made you my deputy. Will you promise to bring all those who oppose the law of the land to justice? Well, do ya?" Young boy says, "I do, Mr. Policeman." Mad Dog says, "Great, then I hereby name you an honorary policeman. May you protect society with bravery and strength. You should come by the station sometime. I'll be happy to show you around if it is okay with your mama." That is. Well, catch you later. Young boy says, "Bye, Mr. Policeman." Young woman, "Bye. Have a great day and thanks again, sir." Mad Dog walks away and catches up with Ollie, the robber, with the young woman and her son waving goodbye to them. Blur. Interior. It appears in the Graysonville police station later. It appears in the Graysonville police station with Mad Dog in the holding cell, who is talking to the robber. Mad Dog says, "Come on, August, this is the fifth time this month, and that's a new record for you. You gotta catch this life of crime if you want a future. When you get out, you go back to crime. When will we ever learn? Criminal robber. It's just who I am. I'm a thief by heart." Mad Dog, "Well, I don't believe that. I still have faith in you that you can turn your life around and be a better person. Well, take care. Now, August, I hope this is the last time I see you. You're in cell. You'll change fine if you want. I able to work on getting you in the police force. The last one has been excellent. It would be great to see this. It would great to see to be good. To be, it would be great to see it be used for good." Mad Dog says, "And not evil, actually helping people, but do whatever. It's up to you. Bye." Mad Dog leaves the holding cell rooms. Mad Dog enters station locker room when Ollie they are getting ready to take off their shifts and head down for their meeting at Timberwolf Records. Ollie says, "Oh, what a day! What a workout! That August sure knows how to work over and make you work for it." Mad Dog says, "Yeah, August sure is stubborn one, not to give up. Okay, are you ready for the meeting today? I can't even believe that we are going to be working for Timberwolf Records. This is a huge honor." Ollie says, "Yeah, it is. I can't begin to count the times when we were younger, of how many times that we pretend we were part of Timberwolf Records family. This is just going to be quite good, my old friend." Mad Dog, "Indeed it is." They talk and finish getting into their normal clothing. From the police uniform, they reach out to go to Timberwolf Records. Fades. Until it appears in the lobby of Timberwolf Records Company headquarters afternoon. This is scene 5. It appears late in the afternoon. In the afternoon, with Mad Dog and friends in the lobby of Timberwolf Records Company headquarters, waiting to meet record producer Jimmy. Mad Dog and friends are talking and standing up and sitting down, waiting when record producer Jimmy Wall walks into the room from the hallway behind the front desk, and good cheers and excitement with a loud presence personality. Record producer Jimmy welcomes Mad Dog and friends and hugs and shakes each one of them. Record producer Jimmy, there you are, my future stars, beginning something new on the music scene. Welcome to Timberwolf Records. I'm so happy you are here. Why don't we all go to my head office and talk more there?" Mad Dog says, "Why, we are overthrilled to be here. Thanks." They all head over up to his head office. The interior appears in record producer Jimmy's head office at Timberwolf Records continuously. It appears in record producer Jimmy's head office at Timberwolf Records. Jimmy goes behind his desk and takes a seat, and they begin talking. Record producer Jimmy, "So the reason is to why I called you here is simple. I want you guys to be the next big thing in music, working together with us and let us help you. What do you say? Want to join the team and be part of the Timberwolf Records family?" Mad Dog, "Well, I'm in no matter. Well, I am in no matter what. I love you guys. All you do Music is my life, my complete life. It's everything to me. Our producer Jimmy says, that's good. I love people who really love music. Music is life itself. Ollie says, yeah, music is my dream. Well, it's split between music and silence and technology. They're both my life, but I always feel my best when I'm by music. Nate says, yeah, me too. I must agree without music. Life would be pretty depressing, especially for me. I'm constantly haunted by visions of war, death, battle, fighting, playing music, and being around music always helps soothe my nerves. Being exposed to at a young age really takes a toll on me. Producer Jimmy, wait, I recognize you. You were the first kid to ever fight in the military. You're a legend. Freddy Grizzly says, yep, that's our Nate. That's our Nate. Wait, producer Jimmy says, right, Ben Grizzly says, yep, that's our name, right? Record producer Jimmy says, whoa, incredible. Thank you for all you've done for our country, fighting to ensure peace around the globe and keep us safe. You're quite the little warrior. Well, big warrior now. Nate says, it was nothing really, just doing my part. Fighting was my only great love other than music. Well, until the military decided to kick me out and discharge me as soon as I turned 21 last year for no good reason but my age. They thought my best years were behind. I thought my best years were behind me. I showed them I still got it. My spirit and fierce with the infinite feeling. Like producer Jimmy says, well, I know if anyone can show them they were wrong, it's you. You are incredible. So many great achievements and at such a young age. Man, I'm envy the young which was still young in my prime. I am old, just turned 40 years of age 6 months ago, but that doesn't mean I still got it. I'm always with my music every day. Mad Dog, yeah, you know it. You're a legend, Jimmy, one of the best guitarists on the planet. Know the universe. Rock producer Jimmy, thank you, Mad Dog. Much appreciated. Ben Grizzly. So, Jimmy, I got a question. When do we start working here? Well, immediately, starting tomorrow, we'll get together. We'll get to work. You're going on tour, Ben Grizzly. Wait, what tour? What is so soon, Mad Dog? You are kidding me. We haven't even rehearsed our practice yet. We haven't even had a hit yet. Our time in the studio, says Mad Dog. Ollie says, yeah, what are you thinking? Our producer Jimmy says there'll be plenty of time for that in between locations. You can practice, and of course we'll have studio time in between. But here's what's happening. I'm just getting down to the business, throwing into the deep right away. You have a couple of days for your first stage concert in Los Angeles. So until then, we will do nothing but work hard and push your limits in music for the best results. This isn't going to be easy. Timberwolf Records isn't for the faint of heart. We find the next generation of music and talent. So I got one thing to say to you. Are you ready? Actually, everything gets quiet. Mad Dog and his friend look at each other and then look at Jimmy and nod in agreement. Mad Dog says, yes, you know it. I'm ready for this. Ben Grizzly, I'm in it. I'm in. I know we'll be great. Ollie says, yes, all facts point to success. Nate, yeah, I agree with all of you. Like producer Jimmy, good. You all in agreement. Now if you will come with me outside in the back, I'll show you your tour bus where you will be living for the next year or so. Everyone follows my producer Jimmy out of the office, outside down to one of the back roads where they keep all the tour buses. Fades. Exterior. It appears outside in Timberwolf Records lot A123 continued. It appears with white producer Jimmy. Jimmy, Mad Dog, and his friends walking outside to a lot of A123 zone. They keep stopping at one of the tour buses. White producer Jimmy. Alright, it's a good old tour, but 3000, our newest model, come outside and look around. It's bigger than you think. Rose. Bigger now. That's supposed to mean big. Wait. Sorry, scene 6. Exterior appears outside Timberwolf Records lot. A123 continues. It appears with record producer Jimmy Mad Dog and his friends walking outside a lot. A123 zone. They stop at one of the tour buses. Record producer Jimmy says, alright, here it is. Good old tour. Bus 3000. Our newest model. Come on inside and look around. It's bigger than you think. Rose, bigger now. That's supposed to mean. What's that supposed to mean? Says Rose. Reclusa Jimmy says, wait, you see. Jimmy laughs and grins. Ha 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 ha. Lord, Scene 7, Interior, appears inside the tour bus 3000. Continues. Everyone enters into the tour bus 3000. They are shocked and amazed how big it is now and how many different rooms and areas there are and so much more. Right now, they are currently in the ground front entrance hall room. Ollie says, unbelievable, this can't be. What a technological marvel. Man, this is something of the next generation. Very Grizzly, oh my god, this is incredible, Nate. We really get to live here while on tour. Rector to Jimmy, that's right. Now there are a few people I want you to meet that we get to know quite well on the bus. First, there are two buses ever, now everywhere. Our own staff are right here. Guys, I'd like you to meet your butler, Ben Anderson, and maid housekeeper, Audrey Beakers. Butler Ben Anderson's charmed to make your acquaintance. Housekeeper maid Audrey Beakers. It's really nice to meet all of you. Mad Dog says, hey, what's up? Nate says, how's it going? Ben says, hello. Rose says, nice. It's nice to meet you. Red Producer Jimmy says, okay, now there's one more person for you to meet, the tour bus driver. Now, where did old Gus run off to? Bus driver Gus, I'm right here. I was just checking the tire pressure to make sure we don't have any problems on our journey. Welcome to Jimmy. Ah, yes. Everyone, I would love to introduce our very own, one and only Nate. Nate. Nate says, "Hey, wait! It can't be. I know you." OMG. Mad Dog says, "OMG, it is." Ben Grizzly says, I can't believe my eyes." Ollie says, "It's a legendary musician, multi-instrumentalist, and composer." Rose says, Gus Thompson himself, what in the world is he doing driving buses? Mad Dog says, yeah, a legend like yourself shouldn't be driving upcoming musicians like us. You should be out there playing. To bus driver old Gus says, well, you know, I'm so wacky, dude. Sometimes I like to chill and drive around up and coming newbies on the block and have fun with them. I like to be kind of a mentor and inspiration to the next generation of musicians. And that is what I like to do now, whenever I can. Ollie says, that is inspiring. Nate says, how noble. Rose says, you're the best. Keep on being great. Bus driver Gus says, thanks guys, that means a lot to me. Ready because tomorrow starts our first adventure together. When we will drive down for the next couple of days down to Los Angeles. My dad says, wait, was that tomorrow we leave? Mr. Jim says, yep, flight and early. Ollie says, oh, that is great. Thank you for telling us when at the last second. Now we just have the rest of the day to get our affairs in order. Matt says, yeah, me and Ollie both work for the police department, so now we need to let them know we're leaving. Mr. Jim says, well, you all might as well quit your day jobs because you work here now. Music must come first and be your only job from now on. Focus and be determined on music all the time. Make the best music you can. Share it with the world. From here on out, you are always on the clock, even the two of us. You are all musicians in the two of records. Now we pay you and help you make the best music you can possibly create. Mad Dog says, awesome, I'm ready for this. Ben Grizzly says, so I am. Ollie says, this is unbelievable. We better tell the chief we are hanging up our badges for good because we are full-time musicians on the path to greatness. Reckless Jimmy says, there's only one problem. I can't go with you and be there at your events. I must stay here and hold down the fort here. I'm quite busy and have place to be. So who am I going to be your manager? Let's see. How about you, Rose? Who, me? Octopus Jimmy says, yes, you are. What's your name? Rose, my name is Rose. I'm a close friend to all the band. I'm Mad Dog's girlfriend, says Rose. Octopus Jimmy says, great, you're only close as you get to the band. You're perfect. So what do you say, Rose? Will you do it? Mad Dog goes, come on, Rose, you'll be great. This will be fun. You get to come along with us around the room. Ben Grizzly says, if I would trust anyone to manage us, it would be you. You're the nicest, most responsible person in the room. Ollie said, you got this, Rose. We're all behind you. You can do it. Nate says, yeah, you're always there for us and will always be there for you. Mad Dog says, please, Will, this will be quite the adventure for you, and you can finally quit the horrible job you have working under your sisters. Will says, all right, you know what, I will do it, Mr. Mara. Wicked Susan Jimmy says, oh, don't worry. Oh, don't bother, Mr. Mara. That's too formal. Call me Jimmy. We're all friends. After all. Rose, okay, I'll do it, Jimmy. Rose says, okay, I'll do it, Jimmy. Lucky Jimmy says, excellent. As my manager, will be will be in close communication. And you will tell me how the band is doing, and you'll be handling a lot. But I know you'll do a wonderful job. We'll discuss it more later. Well says, sounds great. Breakfast Jim says, okay guys, we have a big day tomorrow, so let's go home and get some sleep and get your affairs in order because tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your lives. Begins tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of your world tour, so get ready. Action. The band is already nod their heads in agreement. Everyone goes their several ways and get ready for the big day that is tomorrow. Plural. Until it appears in a montage later. It appears. Oh, this is scene 8. This is scene 8 interior. It appears in a montage. Montage later. It appears in a montage and music starts playing. Everyone is getting ready and getting their affairs in order and gets a good night's sleep. Mad Dog Molly head back to the police station, tells the chief they can no longer work as officers because they're a big break, and he completely understands, wishes them well, and says there's always a place here at the station for them in the future. Rose goes to her sister's saloon and tells her that she is quitting and leaves the saloon in joy and happiness. Nate is at home packing for the next big adventure, going on a world tour. Ben Grizzly heads to his parents' cave home and tells them the good news about everything that has happened. Ben and his parents do a big bear hug and dance share moves in excitement with Ben Grizzly joining in on the celebration. Later, after a long, excited day, everyone heads off to bed early because tomorrow is a big day. Mad Dog and his friends are seen asleep in their houses, in their own beds, dreaming a sweet dream of the future. The end of the montage. The music stops and fades to black on a split screen, sending screen. The end of the month. Oh, Mad Dog and his friends are seen sleeping in their own houses, in their own beds, dreaming sweet dreams of the future. The end of the montage. Music stops and fades to black on a split screen, seeing Mad Dog and his friends sleeping. It fades. Scene 10. Until it appears back in the tour bus 3000 the next day. It appears back in the tour bus 3000 the next day in the morning with everyone arriving and getting ready for the world tour. What Cruiser Jimmy? Okay, when it's almost here. We're just waiting on Mad Dog and Ollie says, oh, no, I'm here. Sorry, I'm late. I had to finish packing. I only have less than a day to do so, you know. Like Cruiser Jimmy. Great now. It's just Mad Dog. I'm here. Sorry, I'm late. I had to take care of some last minute business, but it's all taken care of. Now I'm ready. What Cruiser Jimmy says. Excellent. So we're ready to go. Gus, it's time to start the bus and get it all warmed up. Bus driver Gus says, yes, of course. But Cruiser Jimmy says, okay guys, well, I'll see you guys later. I have a brief Rose with instructions, and she'll tell you them as soon as we get on the road. I'll be in close communication with you daily. Well guys, have a great trip and first concert. I'll see you soon. Matt, great, thanks Jimmy Great, thanks Jimmy for everything. Because yeah, that wouldn't be happening. Yeah, this all wouldn't be happening. This all wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you help. If it wasn't for your help, thanks for believing in us, and our music means so much to us. Nate says, yeah, you're the coolest. Thanks, take care. See you later. Rose, thank you, Jimmy, for giving me the job, giving me the opportunity to travel the world with these guys. Recognize you was sure though, but I'll see you all later. Jimmy exits the room, makes his way to the entrance of the tour bus and gets out of the bus. Jimmy walks away from the bus and gets out of the room to the bus so the bus can drive off. Jimmy waves at the bus and Mad Dog and friend look out the window and waves back at Jimmy. Jimmy watches the bus go off into the distance, and then Jimmy heads back into the record company front door building. As the tour bus getting on the road towards the future and a new adventure, Mad Dog and friends look out at the window at the bright sun as their dreams are coming true. Episode 2 ends. Fade out. So that's episode 2. Our dreams are coming true. Season 1, episode 2. Our dreams are coming true. Kid comic series. Thanks all. I'm Yinny.